Hey everybody, this is the 2023 SFFRL Super Bowl stock league. The Baltimore Ravens, coached by Dennis Jung, and the San Francisco 49ers, coached by Rich Pierce, the defending champion. And we are well into the third quarter. I wasn't sure I'd kind of be able to broadcast this, so we'll just pick it up here. And surprise, surprise, the Ravens are dominating 19-3 over the Niners. Let's take a look at the regular season matchup, and I think they played in the regular season. Niners looking for a stop here on 3rd and 5. It's going to be a 9-yard pickup. Rashad Bateman converts it and picks up the first down, moves those chains. All right, I got the regular season open. And yeah, San Francisco won in the regular season. The 11-yard flat pass got strong. Is over here. 30-20. San Francisco leading just about the entire way. Hold on 1 second. All right. Oh yeah, I'm covering the screen. That was brilliant. 30-20 San Francisco regular season. Baltimore just scored a touchdown with my screen covered. Sorry about that. 26-3. Let's go look at the ball possession so you can see. So it's been all frustration for San Francisco. They got their first drive. They matched a field goal. Baltimore had the ball first, drove down, got a field goal. And then San Francisco matches, so it's 3-3. Baltimore gets a touchdown. Then it was 5 and out. Baltimore gets a field goal, and San Francisco goes 4 and a fumble. Then right before the half, Baltimore gets another field goal. So right there, it's 16-3. Then San Francisco gets the ball first, 3 and out. And in the meantime, it's been field goal and touchdown. Every time Baltimore's touched the ball, they've scored. Down and out to Deebo Samuel. So it's time for Brock Purdy and the boys to put some drives together. I always had a difficult time stopping this team. So maybe now that I'm calling the game, they'll toughen up a little bit. Curl to Brandon Ayuk. Purdy's got a strong guessed right short pass card. There's 30 yards just like that. A 14, plus 7 for 14, plus 9 for 16. Deebo in the backfield can run. He's got a lot of short gains. Dennis got both the Ravens and the Chiefs to the AFC Championship game. He coached both teams in the regular season. See, that's what he's doing. He's calling run at the opportune times. Called a draw there against the one call. Turned out 2-minute zone for the D card, or keyed on the offensive card. 2nd and 11. Off tackle right to McCaffrey. That's going to go for 4 yards. That's the tough Ravens run D. Snake Eyes is usually big yardage, plus 30 or so off tackle. Third and 7. Talking about 7 yards. Not sure where that one came from. Clear right to juice check. On the D card, on that offensive part, that would have been a first down, maybe 4th and 2. Down by 23, you got to go for it. You need 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. It's a big play here. We're into the 4th quarter now, 13:48 to go in regulation. Inside run to McCaffrey, called correctly, and the nose tackle is going to make the stop. So another turnover on downs. Maybe the first turnover on downs, but another drive that ends in no points. After that opening drive field goal, the Ravens defense has dominated. Short gain, guess wrong. Flat pass, 2-minute zone. But my card, your card goes to the Ravens card, just like looks like every other roll so far has gone that way. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. Move this over. Okay. And then I'm going to share the other screen. Third and 8. Three wide. Beckham checks into the game. It's a run call. Goes on the D cards for plus 14. Maybe he got burnt by Lamar Jackson running an end run. Quarterback sneak to Jackson. He's going to pick up one. Edwards in there, and the 2 tights, 2 wide. Isaiah Likely, the other tight end. Curled to Zay Flowers, guess wrong, incomplete. Third and 9. Justice Hill in the game. And run left. Short gain. It's a 2 there, though, so it's a containment. Should stop him short of the first down. And Justin Tucker is going to come out for the field goal. And it's good. The 12-yard return. So the worst results are coming up for the Niners. Fantastic regular season for him, though. 29-3, Baltimore. Pitch out right to McCaffrey. And again, he's hoping it goes on his McCaffrey's card, but it goes on the D card. 12 runs for 23 yards. A lot of that must have been happening with McCaffrey now averaging under 2 yards a carry. Trying it again, trying to get on his card. And there it is, 51 yards. Sooner or later, those edge cases have to hit. Down to the 37. I'll take a left to McCaffrey. Back-to-back big ones. That's I'm gonna slightly raise that 1.9 yards per carry. Now he's up to 7.9. So he had a rough patch there, but solved by 2 big runs. Gonna go for 2. Desperation time for the Niners. Probably go for an onside kick too, even though there's a lot of time left. Pitch out right to McCaffrey. Not everyone. It's 5, 7, and 11 don't make it. Guessed wrong. And he recovers the onside kick though. Keep hope alive. Could go for another huge McCaffrey run here. Rich says this is where legendary finishes start. Dennis answers with amen. Now, this is where you don't talk about legendary finishes. You just hope that you look into it. Bomb to Debo. Interception split on Purdy's card, but turns into a dump off. Incomplete. 3rd and 7. 4 down territory. Yeah, this comeback would be more in the miraculous territory. It's going to go with a pitch out right. Pick up 5, set up 4th and short. White die was a 3. Fly to Ayuk on 4th and 2. Hoping for a run call. That's going to be incomplete. And that should wrap it up. That would have been a long game, guess wrong. So, not a bad idea. Just too big a lead. 3 touchdown lead. It just wasn't biting. Sneaked a little more. Picks up 6. Guess right run. Picks up 3. 3rd and 1. Take a left, guess right, it's going to lose a yard. There's the coffin corner punt inside the 10. And at the 3. 3 minutes left. Let me get this link out there to Slack so they can join me post game if they want. Sorry we couldn't get the whole game. Square out right to Ayuk for 6. Second and 4. It's a 5-yard pickup. I'm not even trying to get out of bounds, although if I wouldn't have helped. Five-yard pickup. Second and 5. Pitch out right to McCaffrey. No gain, guess wrong. In that kind of day. Outside of those 2 big runs, he hasn't done much. And just letting the clock run now, not even using his timeouts. I know it's over. Get it, really begin. Setting up 4th and 1. So we'll see if we can get the coaches on here. At least for a brief congratulations. And he loses a yard. Fitting. Guessed wrong. It's the only rule that doesn't give him a first down besides 11. Two needs and we'll be out of here. Let's look at the final stats. All Baltimore in this one. So Dennis Young takes the championship. Total dominance. Baltimore gets a 29-3 lead and then hangs on for the win. Those 2 big runs, that was really it for the 49ers offense. So we'll see if they come on. Why did it have to pee there? There we go. So let's see if we can get anybody on here. Go check StreamYard. Yeah, maybe not join us. It's kind of a one-sided affair. Let's take a look at the past champions. So, this hasn't been updated since last. Oh, there it is. Rich Pierce. This is not right. What am I looking at here? Okay, so this must be the. Well, that's Coach of the Year right here. So we got. Last year was Rich, which we should update too. The Niners blew out the competition. Here's Dennis. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I didn't tune in until the second half, but it looks like it was a total one-sided dice affair, and he would try to sneak in a end run to Debo, and you call run to stop it. McCaffrey was like averaging 1.9 yards a carry until those two big runs.
Exactly.
So what was your game plan coming into the Super Bowl?
Well, Rich, a lot of times, he'll do kind of traditional NFL, kind of opposite of what you think. It's second and long, kind of like the way you play too. You take advantage of the cards, you take advantage of the opportunities, and you play into what your opponent's going to give you. So, he'd bring in Debo, and so my initial thought was, okay, that's just bait. So you go pass early, but yeah, just he loves to run. I mean, in the regular season and in the playoffs, I think he ran the ball 59% of the time. So he definitely likes to run. So I came in really just trying to stop the run. Baltimore's good against the run, and if you plug holes, Baltimore's nasty with that fumble on plugging holes. And I think early in the game, he had, I think it was third and short or maybe even fourth and short. And he did an end run. And I had a guy over there in the zone because I know he likes to run end run with McCaffrey. And it rolled to a 5-keyed automatic fumble, loss of 2. And I picked that up in his zone. So,
nice.
Yeah, just basically coming in, trying to stop that run. CMC is so powerful. And then he brings Debo in. And, if you don't guess right on his card, he's going to eat you alive. So it was really just try to shut down that run. And Purdy, will throw interceptions, if you give him enough throws. So, just things went one way. It was one of those games where, I mean, look, he lost his first game of the year, and then he won, 16 straight plus 2 plays. So he's on an 18-game winning streak. His team is freaking loaded.
Yeah.
So to beat him, you're not just going to come out. You got to get some breaks to beat that team. That San Francisco team is carded so nicely. And then he's got those 2 6 linebackers sitting back there.
Yeah.
It's just brutal.
Yeah, and you have to look at the way he played in the playoffs. He was like unstoppable. I mean, when I faced him, I could not stop that offense. Even when I would call run, he would get a roll. But in this game, it was like he would call guess wrong run, and like every other roll picks up the first down except for the roll he landed on. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
that was the
Oh,
kind of
exactly.
that was the kind of luck he had today. But you can't feel
Yes.
too bad for the defending champion coming off a one-loss season.
Oh,
Um,
crazy.
so
He had a great year.
absolutely great year, great run with those 49ers. Um,
Absolutely.
when you were speaking of great years, you had a fantastic year of taking two teams to the AFC Conference Championship game. So
Yes, correct.
were you, you know, I know that you chose someone else to coach the Chiefs against your Ravens, but if
Yeah,
somehow they pulled off the upset and you were in here with the Chiefs, um, I'm sure that would have altered your game plan. Talk about those Chiefs
absolutely.
and how would
Absolutely.
you,
Yeah.
well, how would this game have gone then?
Uh, Baltimore is just such a powerfully good running team. Edwards is very consistent, not overly flashy, but he's had a great year. He's got a great end run column. Mitchell, I think he gets 10 carries a game, but as soon as you bring Mitchell in, teams will call the run. So, a lot of times I can bring him in. And then, you always have Lamar back there, Jackson, who can just run, if you're willing to run that quarterback. So Baltimore is so good with the run, and defenses have to call run, so that opens up Lamar to do, to pick it apart. And then if Lamar Jackson has to do a must run, that's nice too. This year I moved that offense with Baltimore. After the first 4 games, I was 2-2. And when I saw the record that year, I can't remember what it was. I think it was 13-4, and I was 2-2 after 4. I thought, there's no way I'm going to figure this team out. But how it goes is as you play teams, and as the season goes on, you start figuring things out, changing things. And that Baltimore offense is so much more dynamic than Kansas City. Kansas City, Mahomes has a very, very pedestrian card for this season. So yeah,
Right.
you guessed right on Mahomes. If he gets a must run, you got a good shot there. But he's very pedestrian. Pacheco had a great year. I really wanted Baltimore to get in. Their defense is so good. Their offense is so good. So yeah, I was glad they won and pulled it out
Nice.
and got me here, because
Very cool.
it would have been totally different with the Kansas City team.
Yeah, a lot tougher, a lot tougher. That's for sure. That defense is what really can make or break your season. If you can get stops against some of these teams, these
Oh
offenses,
yeah,
makes a huge difference.
yeah,
So
and like you said, the San Francisco team, they're offensively. It's amazing how good they are offensively. Purdy's got he's got some like +16s, +14s right in the middle of his card.
yeah,
CMC's a monster. Debo's a monster. Kittle is insane. Kittle guessed right. He's popping 16 and 18 yards on high frequency rolls. It's crazy how good that team is, and it kind of makes me wonder. I live in the Bay Area, and it's like, with Shanahan out here coaching, maybe they should have won a few things. They've really done well in some stock leagues in Strat, but
yeah,
they didn't do it in real NFL. So it's like they got the talent there. So what's going on here? What's the problem?
for sure. Remind me in the other stock league we play in USFFL. Um, I know the Ravens didn't win it, but they did pretty good from what I remember, right? Or is that
Yeah,
John Shoemaker coaching them?
yeah. I really don't remember. I can't remember how they did.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
weren't a powerhouse like they were here.
yeah.
Um, who won in that other stock league? The
In the
Niners, right?
USFFL.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
wasn't
it
it
was. Yeah, I think Rich. I think Rich and the
Rich
Niners
won
won with
that?
them too. Yeah.
So yeah, you really can't feel bad for Rich. He won. He got coming, almost back to back here, and he got
Yeah.
back to back in USFFL. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
alrighty. Well, I'll let you go. Thanks very
All right.
much for playing and for participating. And sorry I didn't get to catch the first half, but at least we got on record the dominance here. So,
There you go. All right, Dennis. You have a good evening, man.
talk to you later.
All right. Bye bye.